What is better to buy, premium or just bulk and stack it as high as you possibly can? The question has been asked since time immemorial from stackers all around the world. So today I want to share some of my thoughts and insights on why I think premium items like these dragon bars or the beautiful griffin or even proof coins will outperform bullion and generic old school silver for decades to come. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to another Precious Metal Ramble. Now, the question of premium has been one that stackers have been arguing over for a very long time. A lot of people still believe that buying eagles at high premiums is still a good idea. Their argument is they're just so popular, the premiums will hold and people will buy them in the future. And to a certain extent, I would agree with that. Having just seen a really great video from one of the granddaddies of silver tubing, Silver Seeker. If you've not checked his channel out for reasons unknown, go and look at it. It's a channel I watch a lot of. He was at a coin show and he explained that there are a lot of people looking for numismatic coins. So slightly more collectible items rather than just stacking generic silver, junk silver, bullion silver, that kind of thing. He, in fact, brought a bunch of bullion silver to sell at the coin show and had none, essentially, of what everyone was looking at. So I found that very interesting. And I wanted to share some of my thoughts and opinions on why some of, just the junk silver that we have, okay, arguably some of the peace dollars might not be junk, but just old school junk silver isn't necessarily as popular right now as modern day numismatic bullion. And by that I mean things like, there are so many mints out there making such incredible things, but for example, the Germanium mint, the Pressburg mint, like we just saw on Friday with some of their incredible things, even collectible stuff like the Perth mint dragon bars, which have been very popular through my selling service of late. We've just had another batch come in, which I'll be listing for sale in the near future. So I think it is fascinating that people are, A, still buying numismatic stuff at the moment, and B, paying really quite high prices for it. These are going £40–45 on eBay at the moment. We're selling them on behalf of someone else at £35, which I think is a fair price for what they are, considering you can't find these very easily at all at the moment, these beautiful Perth mint dragon bars. I remember these fondly from the big unboxings we used to do back in 2018-19. Really stunning pieces, and they were bought in masses by people. So why are people still willing generally to pay a lot of money for things like that are more premium? You could argue that you could just buy a bullion bar. In fact, let me just grab. Found it! Coming back to the camera. You could just buy yourself a big chunky bar of silver for a decent price over spot right now. It's not impossible even in the UK. We sold some kilo bars earlier this week for just under £700, which I thought was a great deal for someone. However, people are also willing to pay £35 an ounce, £40 an ounce, even more for US Eagles, or even more for some of the Germanium mint stuff. There are premiums upon premiums, and I think that the reason for that is this. Premiums hold. If the coin or the item is good, they hold, and they hold well. Now, the reason that they hold well is because you just can't get them anywhere else. And when you look at something like this absolutely stunning griffin, if we can get the capsule lid off, you can just see how stunning this is. When a mint gets it right, people want it. And the demand is what fuels that premium and what holds that premium. And things which are still relevant and beautiful 5 years, 6 years on from when they were made, those are the things that you want to try and target right now. So right now, if you're buying things that are at a premium and people are still talking about them, even though the series ended a few years ago, etc., etc., that's the kind of thing that really can grow quite a lot more than you think. Now, premium silver isn't for everybody, and there will be a lot of people out there who will probably just say, the Germanium mint stuff is overpriced. But let's look at the evidence base for this. The Germanium mint products are at a premium, but they hold premiums. They grow premiums. Actually, there are quite a lot of their products that are now getting to be like these dragon bars, 3, 4, 5 years old now, and they are starting to become hard to find. They are low in mintage, and people love them. The Germanium Mint, love them or hate them, they have done an incredible job at their products and their marketing, and they really have hit the ball out of the park on so many of their products. The problem with things like generic silver, where you just get old school bits of silver, like these thalers, they are wonderful. They are a little bit flavour of the moment though. They're not for everybody, but sometimes they go up in premium when, I don't know, I make a video on them or somebody else makes a video on them and people go, I want to buy them, and then a particular shop raises the prices. But generally speaking, they're quite flat. You don't get too much growth on them. Right now, for example, generic peace dollars here in the United Kingdom, you can sell them for about £25. That's what people were paying for them pre-pandemic, big, massive blow of silver price. So, the premium hasn't really grown on these at all over those years. You might get a few special ones that are key dates and so on that have, additional premium attached to them. But generally speaking, they haven't grown. But you look at these, and I know for a fact that people were paying £15 an ounce for them back in 2018-19. These have grown way beyond what you would expect for them when they first came out. So from my perspective as a stacker / investor in gold and silver, I do like my premium products. I also have a foundation stack of bullion weight, and I think that is an important factor for people. But things like proof coins, when correctly kind of picked in terms of which is going to be a winner or a winner or miss, I think can do incredibly well as well. Now, a lot of people, they don't necessarily understand the proof market, and they just go, nope, you've wasted your money, you've paid, £90 an ounce for these coins. But my experience has been that over a course of time, things like the Queen's Beast proof coins, they've gone up very well, and they've done exceptionally well. It's just a different type of investment, different type of market that you're putting your money into. Now, will the Tudor Beasts do the same? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm willing to take that bet over a longer period of time that they'll do all right. Bull of Clarence, not necessarily the sexiest coin in the world, but it's stunning, especially with the reverse frosted proof and the regular proof coins here. So I will continue to stack premium. I love my premium products. I have always loved my premium products. If you look back through my channel's history, you'll see right from the very beginning, I have been buying and investing in them for a long time. And for people just to flat out say you're wasting your money, you'll never make money on them, it's a categoric no. I have made money on proof coins. I've made money on premium coins. I've made money on collectible numismatic coins. There are plenty of avenues that you can take to make money on anything, really. You just have to kind of pick the right pieces. Now, in terms of where things will go from right now, a lot of people still think that paying, $40, $50 for an ounce of silver in the form of an eagle is the right course of action. I can't possibly tell you. Silver price looks like it's about to take a nosedive, looks like it's about to go on a downward trend for a couple of weeks and months, and maybe the premiums will come down as people decide to hold fire, but I kind of feel like it won't happen. I feel like prices go down, all of the silly apes over on Wall Street Silver and all of the other crazies out there that think the world's about to end will just stack it to the roof. That's not necessarily my strategy. I think a well-placed little bit of cash into some premium items is often more attractive to me than a batch of regular bullion grade silver. So yeah, that's my take on premiums right now. I think it's really interesting, and I think it was, again, very interesting that Silver Seeker found that from the coin show that he was at recently. And if you haven't checked out Silver Seeker's channel, then go and check it out. There's a link in the description box below. Really talented YouTuber and fantastic content creator. So interesting insights too, let me tell you. That's it really from me on this one. Bit of a shorter one for a weekend video, not into the 16-minute rambles today, but we've got some big updates coming next weekend, which I think a lot of you ramblers listening to the back end of the video will be very interested in. We've got an exciting week ahead with the Pressburg mint coins. There's stuff going to be going on with that on Friday. I've got some raw mint coins, some proof coins, talking of proof coins coming, hopefully very soon. So yeah, busy times ahead. We'll see you on the next video. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.